Another news that we are tracking at this hour, the battle for saving trees in Bengaluru reignites, this time over the elevated corridor project. An environment assessment report of the project suggests that more than 3,000 trees will have to be axed in the city and lakes will also be under threat. The Karnataka Road Development Corporation has already floated a tender for the first phase of this project without any public consultation. Citizens have now started a campaign against the elevated corridor tender, which in fact they have asked for a complete ban on this tender. So this is the new controversy that has come about with regards to the elevated corridor project. What it says, in fact, what it can do is actually axe as many as 3,000 trees across the city of Bengaluru, something that the citizens are up in arms against it. Not just that, not just the trees, also the lakes will come under threat because of the construction of this elevated corridor, which has been proposed by the government of Karnataka under the Karnataka Road Development Corporation. They have already floated a tender for the first phase of this project, and it has now come to the notice that if the construction or if the work for this project starts, then it will lead to the felling of trees. And it's not just a small area or a small number, as many as 3,000 trees will have to be brought down to facilitate this kind of an elevated corridor. Environmentalists, of course, are alarmed by this entire development. The battle for saving trees is once again reignited with this proposal of the elevated corridor project. An environment assessment report of the project suggests that 3,000 trees will be axed. Lakes will come under under threat because of this project. The Karnataka Road Development Corporation has already floated this tender for the first phase without any public consultation, and that perhaps is the reason why a lot of citizens are now angry and have started a campaign called Elevated Corridor Tender Raddu Madi, which means ban the tender. In fact, we were only reporting about the lakes in Bengaluru today and the kind of intrusions that are going on in these lakes, which leads to the kind of frothing that happens. Already that kind of an environmental hazard exists. On top of that, now there are more reports about how trees could be felled and lakes could come under further threat because of this construction.